Okay, are we ready to kind of go back to it and such?
We are.
Cheryl, you've got the lead computer. Why don't you show us some of the fun things you did? Either search some of your invoices or show us what you did. You might have to refresh that screen because you've been playing even since I last did that.
Yeah, my last ones are, so if I just go all,
Okay.
will it come up with?
It'll grab tons and tons and tons, yep. So there's 3 of them that were done by Cheryl.
So, should we just go to, should I go to edit? Which one should I go to?
Well, if you want to show us, just go to printable first. Printable is simple. It doesn't have near as many links, okay? So look at this right here. See how there's no links? It's fairly clean. Watch this. Hit back one time. And go to edit this time, just so you can see the difference. I'm in work mode. I got links all over the place. I got some verbiage. I've got whatever. Okay.
Okay, I've got, okay.
Yeah, like that's it, work mode. Let's work.
Okay, so let's do printable. Okay, so what I was just doing is this one I just put apples, oranges, and bananas, but it was taxable, so it came up with a nice tax for me. And then I didn't know what the difference was between credit card or actually saying MasterCard, anything. So it really wasn't a difference.
No. It does categorize it according to that, but technically it doesn't really make a whole lot of difference.
Yeah, the interesting thing is I knew I had to have that 5-digit CC application code.
So that's credit card approval.
Right.
It stands for.
But I put it in check and I couldn't figure out why, and I kept getting the error message until I actually went back and looked at it and went, oh my goodness, I have it in the wrong column, because it kept throwing me up that, and I going, I know I put 5 things in. So that was kind of interesting that way to do that.
Awesome.
Okay, so this one was, let's see what we did. Oh, this one I gave a cash discount for cash.
Okay, great.
And so I put the freight, which was before I put the bottles, but I should have put the bottles first. But, you know, hey. So
Technically you can change that now that it exists. You can actually sort that if you wanted to.
I could, but I mean, it was there. I mean, technically I probably should have put the bottles in and then the freight, but it turns out to be the same. But then I gave a 10% discount for cash.
Okay, perfect.
So I showed the 10% discount for cash and then the taxes, which I assume it does the taxes on.
It reverses the tax out on the discount as well.
It does reverse it out on the discount.
Yeah, otherwise you would be off.
Okay.
And so if you wanted to check that, what you do is go to edit on that same line item. You're right there.
Okay, so edit. Okay.
Scroll down. Okay, hit edit right next to discount on the other side.
Edit here.
Yep. So now, if you come down, you can see that it actually did reverse out the taxes. It pulled out negative 41 cents, negative 13 cents, and a negative 19 cents.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I see.
So it reversed some of those taxes back out because it was a discount.
Okay. Okay, so then the next one I did was way down here, and I did, this one I just did 2 different payment methods.
This one has one payment method on it right here, but you did 2 different ways of doing labor, it looked like.
Well, that's because I made a mistake the first time. But I thought I had one that I had.
Okay, hit
cash.
your back button for just a second. Okay, hit back one more time. You actually did a search all. We actually want to probably be on the invoice. Hit back one more. Okay, hit show hide search criteria, and we're going to filter by your name. It's a button. Right in the middle, it's a button. Show hide search criteria. Down.
It's in the book.
Right there.
We can all see it.
I couldn't see it, yeah.
Okay, scroll down just a little bit,
Okay.
and we're going to put you, not that far, go up a little bit more.
Okay.
And see where it says CW salesperson? It's right in the middle. Up,
Yes.
right there. Click your name. Okay, now scroll down just a little bit, and we're going to submit this, and so it's just going to show us your invoices for the last 30 days. Do you remember what the amount was that you did the multiple payments on?
No, the one from 18 above is, maybe it was I bet it was 40. I bet it was this one.
Okay, so just click
Okay,
on
let's
printable.
try on this one. This one I actually did a customer,
Okay, great.
and then I did the 2 payments. One was cash and one was a Visa,
Nice, nice.
so that I had the 2 different payments. Okay,
And you assigned it to a customer.
and I sent it to a customer.
Perfect, perfect. Well done, well done. Madeline, can we have you come up and take that main computer? We're going to have you kind of show us some of the stuff that you were playing with.
I didn't play much.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
Just
So-
play and play and play.
What let's do is let's have you go to the main homepage. Here's how we're going to get you started. Click on Invoices and go Show Height Search Criteria.
This was nice.
Come down and
This is
let's
nice.
change it to
And-
Madeline.
And like I say, we're going to show that I have a total of 1 that I
Oh,
took to-
nice. Oh,
that I
the
took
assignment was
to
3.
ending. So, because I actually cleared a few,
Okay,
remember?
that's okay. That's no problem.
So I was just doing labor,
Okay.
running through design, development, editing type stuff, so nothing too fancy. I had one where I practiced doing part credit card, part cash.
Okay,
We did a quote with Mark.
awesome.
I will save in the future. So nothing too, but I got a customer in because you helped me, so it's making, this is
Okay,
making sense.
so if you're okay with it, let's have you build one right here, okay? Who was the customer that you added?
John somebody.
Okay, no problem. Why don't you start a new cart and what would you like to sell to John? Let's just pretend that we're not even
Okay,
here.
I know I don't need to do that, but that's how I visually saw that, okay?
That's fine, that's great, great, great.
So, is this where I look for John?
Okay, not right there. That's actually going to be searching your parts.
Okay, I add items. That's the people. I did line items, right? So this
Yes,
is where
so the special line items, these are the canned version, if you will, of
well,
just a
and
bunch
this
of
is
different
where,
things.
yeah, this is where you'd have to do labor, etc.
Correct.
So for our consulting thing, that's why I so blah blah blah. We add to cart. It tells me that I have to check the price field. It must be numeric.
Do you have
I
a comma
have
in
a
there?
comma there, of course.
Just
Not
leave
used
the
to
whole
your.
number.
Yeah, it works.
I know. That's
It
Whole
adds a
A
zero.
whole number does work. It does add the zeros for you.
That's the anal part of me. So I go to checkout, if that's what I am, and this is where I have to decide what they're paying, so we're going to Visa this one. I'm going to create an invoice, no.
You're
CC
very
approval.
close. So find the CC approval field, and it says I need
Oh,
at least 5
credit card.
characters.
I didn't
okay?
do that one yet.
See, I
See,
just
this
need
is
cash
so
and carry.
Smith.
Eliminate that.
What's that?
Cash and carry.
You know, cash, it doesn't even ask you for that. It's only,
Right.
it sees if it's MasterCard, Visa, Discover, American Express, or debit sometimes.
But where would I have picked John?
Okay, no problem. Watch this. You can even still assign this to John, even though
That's
it's,
what I'm saying. If I got to this point and I need
you
to
actually
pick John.
physically have an invoice, and you already cleared through the checkout, and it's not assigned to John,
Correct.
no problem. Hit Edit Main.
Okay. And
Okay?
that takes
So
me
right
back.
now it says, hey, there's a little link right next to the customer ID. It's the first field. Click on that little search and change,
And
type
this
in
is
John,
where
or whatever.
I
Yep,
need
perfect,
John.
perfect.
There
Okay.
it is.
Now, see that little link that says Return to Invoice?
Return the invoice.
Click that.
And it puts him in.
Now watch this. It has the ID number right below that. You're going to have to copy and paste it. It's 308245.
Is where?
It's in the line right beneath that. It's a little message back to you. The new
Next
customer
to the
ID you're
double
working
stars.
with is
Oh, there
308245.
we go. Okay. So if I'm an idiot, this is how I save myself, right?
No.
And then I go back
No,
to.
hang on. You physically have to put it in that field where it says customer ID 1. That's basically like a dummy account. Like
Cut
that's
and paste.
Except I left the one in.
You left, yeah.
I know.
You could do home, back.
Okay, so that will put him in, and then I go back to.
okay.
Invoice
Hang on
only.
just a second. Because this is a server, you have to submit it, Madeline. Okay, so scroll down just a little bit. Say edit. Okay, now we got it to John. Okay, and in the background, all it does is it's kind of adding a little piece of history. Hey, just so you know, I just got a text to John as well. Okay.
And documenting my mistakes. If somebody wants
Scroll
to
up to
find
the top, click on history right up there.
history is here. Yes, so you can tell when I make mistakes.
done?
And so I
Looks
can.
like I got blamed for it. Great.
That's what you get for letting people sit at your station, Brandon. Watch out. You better not walk out of the room with this logged in.
Okay, Mark, you want me going up there? Or
Yeah.
okay.
So, I got something I want to change.
Okay, great, great.
I want to change.
I have a handy dandy notebook. And actually, I will get it out right now, okay?
Is this a low chair or high chair?
You can adjust it wherever I hardly sit.
It is up.
So it becomes smoother, right?
Yes,
It just-
yes. No, I know.
Where everything
Exactly.
goes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and I think.
as you go back in, now you can see, oh, when I start a card, I can pick,
Okay.
do I want to assign it to a customer right then?
Yeah.
Then it will make me assign it to a customer before it goes through or
So
various.
how do I get her out of there and me in there?
Okay, let's have you go to the home page.
That's-
Always return home if you're lost, okay? Okay, and then you're going to go to invoices, scroll down, right there. Now go show hide. Come down and let's find Mark. It's about the fourth or fifth one where it says salesperson. And the CW, just once again, that means we can change that. Like if you don't do salesperson,
Personnel?
Yeah.
yep,
Yeah.
click
This
that,
one?
find Mark. Okay, now you need to submit it. It has no clue that you're actually interacting with it yet until you hit search.
All right, I coughed all over your stuff. I'm set.
No problem. So it looks like yours is 22 that you did. This time looks like you did a couple in 528.
Yeah, I only did 2 here. So this one here, okay, so I did the 568 one.
Okay, click on printable off to the side.
And what? You want me to print?
You're just going to kind of explain what you did. It looks like you have labor and freight.
It was a line item thing.
Okay.
That's what I did, an easy thing. So it was $500 for labor and $68 for freight. I don't know how I put the freight on there actually.
It's
Or
a
is this
line
both
item.
of the two?
Yep.
So this are both the invoices.
So this is one invoice, but
One
it has
invoice.
2 line items. Okay.
I thought I had 2 invoices I did.
You did a
You
quote.
saved it.
I
bunch
did
of
an
quotes.
invoice and a quote.
Right.
Yep. So you'll need to go to the quote homepage. So go back up to the top. Hit home.
Suppose
Find quotes. Right below invoices.
Yep, got it.
Ah.
All right. So now,
And you're logging 10 on that one because we didn't change it because I had to.
that's okay. So see this one here, Jacob Stowe?
Uh-huh.
All right, the amount $67.68.
Why don't you click on printable on that guy? Go a little further
No, I
over.
don't know. I wanted to see if you knew what it was.
Okay.
And so this is supplies. Now, I didn't get any money in on that one, right? But
Well-
now he's paid the bill.
Okay,
So now I want to add that in, so it subtracts it off of here. And, you know,
no problem.
Create an invoice.
Just so you know, it's currently a quote, so it doesn't even count as a sale yet. Okay? So the differentiation there, okay?
where do you see that? Oh, I don't see
Well,
that.
it says quote
You're in
info
quote.
right at the top, system quote number 3.
Oh, printable quote. Oh, I see that. Okay. So I need to actually change it from a quote to a
Not a
something.
problem. Mark, you want to turn it to an invoice for us? Watch this. So let's say this. Say you gave this to Jacob, and you're like, Jacob, it's going to be
Can I
$67 bucks.
Restore the card?
Okay, restore the card.
Is that right?
Yep, absolutely. What that does is it puts it back in play mode. Okay, watch. All of a sudden, look at the top of the cart. We're by the
Invoice.
Where are you
view
looking?
cart page now. We're at the view cart page. See the title of the page?
Oh, yeah, view card. Yeah.
Perfect. So watch this. Now all you need to do is you need to say check out. Okay, the difference between an invoice and a quote is the checkout process. Okay? As soon as you hit checkout process, basically, looks like we're advancing the ball. And he didn't pay anything, correct?
That's correct.
So hit that little box at the top, which will basically change the little checkbox right above the second dark line. It goes all the way across.
Checkbox right
Right.
there.
That little guy, what it does is it just
Check
runs
it.
a local script to change some values. It'll
So
go
I'm
0
gonna, so
on
this
account.
is on account then?
Yeah. What it does is it's the same thing as manually changing it to 0 on account, but it just saves you a couple steps.
So create invoice.
Create invoice. So this is going to take quote number 3 and create invoice number 28.
Okay, so what that means is what you did is you took a quote and now you're putting it in your accounts receivable.
Okay,
Right.
so at this point, if we were to go to our accounts receivable, it would say, hey, Jacob owes me $67. Okay, perfect.
Well, it says that right there. Invoice total $67.88. Payment 0.
Okay, correct.
Amount owed, same.
Does it have something, you don't have something where, like I know on QuickBooks, if it will flag me, oh, I've got this that's
Oh, it'll
due.
notify you that you have an
But-
accounts receivable
No, but
outstanding.
this doesn't do that, right?
Watch this. Go to your invoice homepage. So scroll to the top, click on more options, or however you want. You can either go home and do it, or if you click on more options, there's a link right from this page. Okay, the furthest one to the right. I'm trying to think of it.
Printed
Is that
disclaimer,
left, top left,
left,
invoice homepage. Tons of link and jump options, okay? So look at that little flag, okay? So there's, see that little flag and see how it has paid, dot, dot,
Where
dot,
are you
dot,
looking?
dot. I'm looking right in the middle right here, Mark. Right here. This
There's a
little guy.
tie break, dead center across from Jacob.
Those two guys are telling me
It's really
immediately.
light.
That's a flag, huh?
It is.
Looks like a PO. What is it saying? It's a flag.
That flag, if you scroll down, there's actually a legend. Way down at the bottom, kind of says, hey, if you see this flag, this means I don't have a full payment yet.
Still missing outstanding. Okay.
Okay, so basically then what you would do is
Okay,
when you get ready to send
We're just
out.
on the invoice page right here, okay? If you want to say, hey, what do I want to see on my receivables? One, he has to have the permissions. Okay, I don't let anybody just see that. He has invoice permissions. This one's saying, hey, this guy owes, but he may not be able to see that whole thing. If you click on that printable, just for a second,
On what?
on that top
Go
line,
across from
find
Jacob's.
invoice 28 and click on,
Go across from Jacob's to the printable on the right hand side. Got it?
okay. Okay, now click on more options for just a second and find where it says customer log. It's on that left-hand side, go down.
CW customer log?
Yeah, click on that guy, and it'll actually tell you everything that he owes. Currently, his receivables are $67.68.
Oh, he had several that.
If you had multiple
You did
ones,
that.
it would just be stacking it into that value, but you wouldn't be able to see that per invoice because that invoice is just like, hey, I just am what I am. But if you start grouping invoices, all of a sudden that's called receivables.
Okay.
So what I was wanting to do was to create a payment without going back to this one because it's already was last month. Right?
Okay,
We've
so
already done month end, so I still have a forwarding outstanding balance.
okay, no problem.
So now I want to create a new one that says, oh, he came in the other day and paid his account.
No problem, no problem. Is he paying in full or partial?
He's paying the $67.88 or whatever it is.
Okay, do you want to actually go back to that invoice and apply the payment, or do you want to use a little function called apply payments?
Normally
I
you
give
go
up.
by payments.
If I've already done month end and I go back and fiddle with the payment with that invoice, then that's going to mess up.
No,
No.
You know, this is awesome,
It's
okay?
all connected.
This is all connected and everything has a date. So what it does is it's saying, my life started on this date. I ran for X number of days with zero payment, and then all of a sudden I got a payment. That new payment has a new date on it. So it doesn't affect any of this data, but I can still stack it in because it's part of that story. So depending on how you want to run it, there's multiple ways We're going to talk about this a ton tomorrow, actually, when we get into customers and all that kind of stuff. But you're fine. You're
I
fine.
was thinking about doing a separate
Okay.
thing.
So you wouldn't even have to create a new invoice. Matter of fact, you don't want to create a new invoice to do that. You just want to pay off the existing piece. Does that make sense? Why you would want to do that?
Otherwise, you'd show that he owes
Oh yeah, you're
112,
starting
yeah.
to duplicate stuff multiple times across. So everything gets stacked into a date category. Okay, like so Mark,
Yes, sir.
you have two options. Okay, one, we can go back to the original invoice and apply a payment, which is
Yeah.
a piece of cake. Or two, we can use a function that says, hey, let me pay this in bulk. Like say you had multiples and you wanted to apply a payment.
Okay.
Which way would you
Okay,
like
so
to go?
let's apply $50 of
Okay.
his bill.
Great. Once again, your decision is, do you want to go back to the source or do you want to use a tool that is linked up?
I don't know.
Well, that's what's
He's
important.
teaching me this.
It's important to know that you have choices, okay? And so we're not going to hold your hand and say you have to do it this way. It's like eventually it's got to get back to the invoice, okay? Now, I don't even know if we have the permissions, but that's okay. Why don't you click on the O's 68, 60, 67, 68.
Yeah.
There's a little link right there.
Here.
Yep, click that.
Stinky. Stinking a lot.
No problem. We'll just wait for a sec.
The database is stuck. It's time for a drink. No.
Yeah, it's lunchtime, huh? Okay, if it's totally stopped, go ahead up to the top, hit the red X in the middle, which basically says stop that transaction.
This one?
Yep. And let's resubmit that again. Go click on it again. Sometimes it just needs a second shot.
Chuck.
Okay, so what this does is at the top of the page it says customer invoice report. It's showing all of your outstanding invoices.
Right.
Okay. There's also a link at the top that says apply payments. I can either go directly to the invoice or I could click a link at the top that says apply payments, which is on the top left-hand corner. Okay, so at this point, scroll down just so we can kind of take a look at it. It says the total that he owes me is 67. How much did I get? Do I want to divide that? Like, it basically helps you
So I should
cascade
put in
through.
like,
Whatever
I
you
should
want.
put information in there, right?
Yep, put some information. So say like 50 or whatever. Now click that little checkbox, which will basically distribute that down to the lower section. And if it has multis, it'll distribute it all across. And then how do you pay?
Distribute it all across or just distribute it to the
Oldest first
Okay.
is how it usually does it. Okay. Perfect. So you can add notes if you want, or you can just say apply the payments. And all of a sudden it'll be like, sweet. Okay, awesome.
Date apply. Apply payment?
Yep. So this is a message that says, hey, good job. We applied a payment. Where do you want to go? Do you want to go back to that guy? Do you want to go to the invoice that we went to? Do you want to go, like, it's kind of like, okay, what's next?
Yes, I want to see what it did.
Great, no problem.
I
So
wanna-
view invoice number 28. It's that little link right there on the left-hand side, bottom left. View invoice 28. That guy. Scroll down. You added $50. And currently they have the same date, but technically if one was way back and the other one was forward, it would just track that, no problem.
Okay, and I could print that.
Oh
for
yeah,
it.
oh yeah.
So this is a printable invoice.
Okay.
All right. Great.
And where did I get the apply payment thing from? What page
Okay,
do I have to
okay,
be on?
okay. Don't get stuck on this. There's 50 million ways you can get to it. Basically, you've got to get back to either receivables homepage or the customer, because that's where those things are associated.
Okay.
And then you can get back to them no problem. Okay. So the reason I say that is like, literally there are 50 million different ways. You could go edit this invoice, and there's a link right to apply payments. You could go to the customer and click on his stuff and do it there. There's another link at the top of the customers that allows you to apply payments. You can go to the receivables page and apply the payments. Multiple ways around it. So don't get like, where do I go? Like, you have to get back to the source. The source is the customer, okay? He's the one who owes you, and he technically owes you for some invoices. Thank you, Mark. Awesome.
That's my 3.
Perfect, perfect. Okay, Shannon, you're up. I hope you guys are okay with this, but basically what it's doing is you're hearing other people talk and they're showing, and it actually helps me to understand like how deep we're getting, okay?
So if I went back to the original invoice, and because it was on account, I would just change on account and show payment?
No, you just add a new one. Watch this. Just for fun, Shannon,
Take care of the other 17.
watch this. Hit edit line items. So currently this one still owes some money, doesn't it? Scroll down towards the bottom. Stop. Right there. Oh,
I didn't pay.
okay. No problem. Great, great. I was like, wow, how did that happen?
I'm so proud.
No. That's perfect,
No, I
okay?
didn't on mine, we're all on the Logan.
Yeah,
plan.
yeah.
When I said apply payment, I went, this was gonna be a problem.
No, that's perfect. That's perfect. So what I would show you right here, Shannon, if you scroll down a little bit further, because you're in edit mode, look at there's a whole that little piece right there on your right-hand side, that little whole section, apply a new payment, okay? So let's go find one that actually we owe something on.
Excuse me, there should be a history of the transaction.
There is a
Oh, yeah.
history always.
Oh, yeah.
So will it show the sheet?
Absolutely. What's this? Go, Shannon, hit your back button one time. We want to get back to that invoice. Go up to history. Click it. Okay, so Madeline actually did one for 1768, and my master computer did one for, and Mark actually created it. So we have that whole history there. Good call. Good call. No, it's great. I want that. I want it. Bring it.
Do you want to do another partial payment?
Let's go like this. Why don't you go invoice homepage for just a minute
I just do that.
and scroll down to one that has a flag. I can see a
It
flag.
happens to be Shannon's anyway.
Oh, great, great. So let's go edit. Watch this. Scroll down. Okay, so it says currently they owe $500. How much do you want to pay?
How much do you want to pay? You're paying me.
Oh, I'm going to pay you half, $250.
Okay.
Okay, so this is going to be a check, and the check number is 555. Okay, and add that payment. Okay, now if you scroll down, what just basically happened is you're starting to add a one-to-many relationship to that invoice, okay? And you can technically have as many as you needed. The current accounts receivable is saying, hey, I only owe $250 now on this. So I could put another one for $10 and another one for $15 and slowly kind of eventually pay that thing off. But over time, it just keeps tracking it until that invoice is satisfied. That's how we automatically track your receivables. So instead of doing any accounting, like actually moving things to a different accounts and stuff like that, we start an object, it has a life cycle, and then we start tracking it as changes are made to that object.
It is so cool that it stamps it with who did it too.
Mhm.
So if you ever have a question, you can go back and see exactly who did it.
It's really...
It comes back and bites
It does. It comes back and bites you, but it's great. Like sometimes you're like, who did that? Like, because something's messed up.
Oh, no.
I'll be quiet. It is funny. Okay, awesome. Shannon, let's have you go. Take us around. Show us what you did a little bit.
Okay.
She's probably got a whole store checked out.
Not totally. So, do you want to just see? Well, I've done them on yours and mine. Should we go to yours?
No. Yep. Why don't you do under Shannon first? Oh,
Okay.
actually,
I
go
didn't
ahead.
do any of this training.
Okay, no problem. Do it under me then.
All the ones
So
from
she
last
was up on the
training.
master computer. Whoa. Some of those have a 5 date. I can see that. And so if you didn't want all of those, how could you change that so you could just see the ones that were done in June?
I did
Sure,
try. Sure, I taped in here. There we go.
Yep. So just change that to 6-1. Say search. Piece of cake.
So that was Madeline's. Right? Because she fixed that here. And the rest are probably ones that I did. So that was the customer one to Adilas. Did you want to go back and see that one?
But whatever you want. You're basically just kind of taking us on a small tour of kind of what you were doing to play.
So this was, you told me to make another one and I charged you $50 for being in front of the camera.
Oh, how funny. Okay.
Then this one, bought some rock climbing gear.
Mm.
And because I just purchased so much, they gave me a $10 discount on my entire purchase. because I was a happy new rock climber.
And just ridiculously rich.
I don't have that kind of money to go
Then you
spend.
didn't need a discount.
I know, but they probably thought, wow, she's going to pay full price for all of this right up front.
Well,
Canadians,
well,
Canadians.
This
it's
woman.
just considered a dollar, like it'll show a dollar sign.
But what about tax rate?
Well, Canadians is like.
The tax rate.
Oh, floating water toys and popsicles.
That's way up high, that's way up high on kind of world or universe level, so no problem.
So this one, I don't think it, oh, it does show it partially. So I got floaty water toys and popsicles to take the kids on a field trip. And I gave myself a 15% discount for anyone brave enough to take these small children. But I gave that on the floaty water toys.
Oh,
And then I gave a 5% discount on, it says CW part number other, which it would link it if you had specifically a part number, but that was actually on the popsicles. We got $5 off the popsicles.
So she was applying separate discounts independently, okay?
But you can't really tell that because they're both under other.
Yeah,
They're
we're
not
just
actual
kind of,
part.
our goal right here is to get you to play and know that it's not going to break, and then we're going to start getting into more and more detailed stuff where it's like, okay, now this really matters because I have real inventory and I have real this and this.
And then it will break, right?
No. Well, Mark, I
Just
love
have
it.
to fix it.
You got some great comments.
So that one, and I don't know what this is. Oh,
to think that I've
then I
all-
charged for putting on a poultice.
So,
That was all over the place.
The moral of the story is Shannon never pays full price.
Yep, she always gets a
It
discount.
always gets a
But I
discount.
make people pay me full price. No, I'm just kidding.
So Shannon, you've done discounts so well. Show us one more that what you have, and then you're going to actually show people how to do a discount, because that is an important piece.
So there was not a discount on this one.
Um,
I think those are all the ones I did. Right? All the
okay,
ones
why don't you build this
That
one?
one. Doesn't
Hang
have a
hang on
discount.
just a second. Cheryl is your customer, okay?
Great.
And she's going to buy something from you. And once again, we're just playing, but eventually you're going to end up giving her a discount. Let's figure out what we're going to do, and then we're going to build that accordingly.
And then doing a customer invoice, right?
Sure, we'll do it right to Cheryl.
So you started a new card, is that what you just did?
Yes. And so I can do this, sorry, more exclusively. Right here we've been doing counter sales. So right here I said that I was doing a customer invoice. But I could link her at the end if I forgot that or if I didn't do it. But I'm just going to start my cart as a customer invoice because then it already has a place for my customer info. And so I just went to choose that right at the beginning while I was starting it. But I could do that at the end too. I don't have to do it in this order. So I'm looking for CHE for Cheryl. She's not in there, so I'm going to add a new customer. Do you want me to put your business? It doesn't have a name yet, does it?
No.
So I'll just put you as this.
I'm open to suggestions.
I'd go up one more. Shannon, do it on address instead of address 2.
Thank you, yes.
In the mountains. How funny.
And to think I could have made all these little smart comments. I blew it and didn't do it.
You know what, when we actually go in and test things, we have to be careful because sometimes you kind of get in this kind of sarcastic mode. And you're like, hey, and then you go to show somebody, like, oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
I shouldn't have that in there.
Yeah. So she's in there as a customer now, and she's already attached to my cart. So, what am I selling to you, Mother?
Why don't you sell me some eggs or some produce?
Some eggs. Would you like a dozen or a dozen and a half?
A dozen and a half.
Perfect. These eggs are a little bit pricey because they are
Brown.
all sorts of colors,
They're
assorted
organic.
colors.
Yeah, they're organic.
And you pay per egg, it looks like.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
kind of dozen. That's because you could have done,
Very
you
pretty.
could have done
These are-
1.5 and done
Whatever
the
your
price
dozen
per
price.
I
dozen.
could do-
Sure.
Yeah, I really could. So I could go,
That's why the Canadians went to liters.
I could definitely do that. And your price per dozen is $3.75.
Wow.
They're still expensive. These are
Okay.
special chicken eggs. I'll give you a discount. It's fine, your family.
Okay.
Yes. Go.
That's perfect. That's right where we want to head with the
So
discount.
you went to other,
Organic.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
you didn't say discount. You
Well,
did.
not yet, she's gonna put in the eggs first, and then she's gonna come back and give me a discount.
happy.
Organic happy chicken eggs.
Janet, happy chicken.
How about organic eggs from Happy Chicken?
Okay, would you like anything else?
No, but because I'm your mom, do you give me a discount?
Yeah, that's all you want.
Oh, well, you could give me some carrots that aren't growing.
She wants the discount to be $3.70 a dozen.
So you want some carrots?
I want some carrots.
How about we'll get them in bunches,
Okay.
and they'll be $2 a bunch.
Okay.
Well, the gross organic stuff too.
Oh, I know, it's ridiculous sometimes.
Okay, anything else?
And I think that I would like I'd like a pound of green beans.
All right. Those go for $1.75 a pound.
How about the beans?
Green beans, there we go.
Those are Dan beans.
You can see that. Green beans.
I know a guy named
Okay,
Dan beans.
so do you want a discount on all or just on the chicken eggs because you feel like they're outrageously expensive?
Okay. So you just click the chicken eggs to give the discount.
Yeah, click back one time, Shannon, so you can show them where you're.
Sorry.
So discounts, really quick, you have 3 ways to do a discount. Manual, per line item, or cart as a whole, okay? So there's 3 different ways you're doing it. She chose to do it per line item.
Yes.
But just so you know, if you do cart as a whole, whatever the total value is, it takes off that. So if you've already applied other discounts, and then you do cart as a whole, you're discounting the discount. So just so you know that, like, it's not smart enough to figure out, like.
That's like having a coupon and then a discount.
Yeah, so it's like,
So here I could do a percentage or dollars off as well. But we'll give you a 25% discount.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
okay, stop. Mark says, hit back. Okay, if you get, go 25% down, scroll down, and hit update.
Update, and
Yep.
it just does it.
Boom, done. Scroll down,
Nice.
you just did it. So where Shannon was headed was a different way. If you're playing with, you're like, I kind of want it to be around the $10 mark. You could actually click on that little calculator. All of a sudden, you're in a little playground where it's not even hitting the cart, and you're like, nope, that's not quite enough. I guess I'll give them a 28% discount. Or like that's a playground versus
I
a.
wanted to, okay.
That's
Can
a
we look at
playground.
that again? So then I
Yeah.
can
So watch
say-
this. Just clear that line item out. Just go onto the side, say delete, update cart. Okay. So scroll down. Hit edit next to the chicken eggs. Okay, so this one right here is in line. If you want to, you just say 25%, go down to the bottom, submit. Boom, done.
But if I want to see how much that
Okay,
is off.
so 25% won't come across right there. You don't even have to worry about that. You just hit calc if you want to play for a minute.
Oh.
Okay, so now it's basically saying, hey, guess what? Your total is going to be 150 times 375, which currently is going to come out to 563, okay?
Mhm.
Now, if you want to play with the discount right here, you're like, what does 25% do? Oh, that's only going to give me off, basically
Well,
it shows your
So I
discount.
want to
Why
get
don't you
more.
just put in 25% up to this amount?
No, she's playing right now, so it's not even hitting anything. So, Shannon, jump up to 35% and hit calculate. So she's totally just playing right now. Okay, that's almost $2 off. And then it kind of is going to show you some of your math, if you will. So your
That's
adjusted
better.
price is going to be $366. So this is just a playground, if that makes sense. It's totally different than just a straight applying.
Perfect. That gets it to about the 370 price range you wanted. Then I added it. Okay.
Okay, so
But I didn't put
So
it out.
she was doing what if analysis
hang on just a second,
without
Shannon.
messing with the cart.
Okay, I would go edit.
Yeah,
Yep.
I was gonna
Because
say,
if you go back and you do it
Submit it
again, it would add a new one. Okay. And Mark, what was your comment? I was too busy chatting
She was
myself.
doing what if analysis without messing with the cart.
Correct. So when she said calculate, it threw a clear over to another little spot. So what if, and you can do all sorts of stuff. If we actually had costs, and like you could figure out margins plus discount, like you're like, I gotta make 20% on this thing, and I know it costed me $10, and I'm trying to sell it for this, but I still want to give them a 25% discount, but I still need to make a 20% profit. That's where that calculator comes in really handy. You could totally figure that whole thing out. Piece of cake. Okay, so that was basically a standard discount. There are other ways. You guys want to see another way to do it?
Sure.
Okay, so just hit add item. Scroll down. Change that quantity to a -1. Put $10. Select discount. And say $10 off for your coupon. Whatever, you know. Like, this is manual. Okay, this is totally a manual entry. You're just slamming it in. Now, it's important to know that we went a negative quantity, okay? It won't let you put a negative price in there. The math ends up being quantity times price equals something. So boom, she just did $10 off. That was a manual discount.
Oh, I like that. That's a good coupon thing.
Don't worry, we'll change that.
But it only works on the discount.
Yeah.
No.
The negative number.
You could put like, well, what happens if somebody brings something back? Cheryl has a couple bottles and somebody
There
gets
you
home and then some of her bottles are broken. Well, if they want to, in order to show that things happen, it kind of depends. Did you get the items back? Are you just doing a return? Are you doing a trade? You might do negatives. It helps your inventory. Right now, we don't have any cost of goods. We're just playing with special line items.
That was in a price field, though.
Okay, price has to be positive. What I do is I force it to do that. So it's kind of like, whoa. But I'm not going to let you have a negative price. If you want it to go negative, you have to set a negative quantity, and then all of a sudden the math will make it negative. But I'm not going to let you enter a negative price. Okay, that's how that works. So one, she did it straight off of the item. She clicked on the Happy Organic Eggs, and she applied the discount, okay, from the edit link. The next one, she just hammered a discount in, just like, hey, I'm just going to give you a quick XYZ off. If she wanted to apply it to cart as a whole, there's a link at the top. It says, and then you would figure out whatever you wanted, okay? So you basically, it takes you to the calculator, but this is the cart as the whole. So her total value right now is $241. It's already got other discounts applied. So give her just another 5% and say calculate. And then just put cart as a whole after the end of this, just so that we can figure out how we got to this page. And then say add. Perfect. Now if you scroll down, we've applied tons and tons of different discounts, lots of different ways, but it just kind of depends on what needs to happen.
Ready to check out?
That's easy. $2.56. And she gets carrots, green beans, and eggs. That was a good deal.
Organic.
She's still probably feeling like it's not a good deal.
Well, it's not a good deal when it's my chicken and I take it.
Oh, okay.
But, you know,
You can't be picky.
that's right.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Labor services. How would you like to pay today?
Obviously, my credit card.
Excellent. Which is a Visa?
Visa.
So technically, we don't have this one hooked up to e-commerce yet. Like, we have its settings. It's already in there. Like, if I have a merchant account and I wanted to do it, we can do it. So you could swipe a card. We can do it, process the whole thing through. But if they have something else that they have to either call in or, like, we can connect to any other outside merchant type thing. So, nice.
So a moment and get your receipt.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Perfect, Shanny.